Welcome to Columbus, Ohio. Ohio Stadium just oozes tradition and history, and somehow the intensity is magnified when they turn on the lights to open another season for the Ohio State Buckeyes. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Arizona will boot it away to start this one. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So Ohio State's offense is on the field for the first time today. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Got room at the 35. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Hurley. Looking left. He's got it. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And look, defenses obviously have to play man coverage in different situations of the game, but you got to wonder if this defense wants to keep playing man after giving up that big play.
On the move, it's Dixon. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's got 42 yards rushing now. What a way to start this season. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And that is the kind of drive to start a season that is going to put a smile on your head coach's face. They were just methodical in the way they marched down the field. Awesome execution. You cannot start the season any better than that right there.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wildcats offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage, I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver. Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play action game.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. Oh, it looks like the offense was able to recover it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Jones wants to throw it. Coming after it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
He's looking to pass. He caught it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Makes a catch and knocked down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put 1 mid on a running back, and he usually...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by 10 over Hawaii. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Complete to start this drive. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Monroe. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Jones to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And And he was held in check in game one, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game. That will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that they tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
He's now up to 58 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. They'll try to run for it. The Buckeyes get it past the sticks.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard. They picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Hurley. Pulls it in. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Third down coming up.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. And the Buckeyes will call on their punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Gets it out quickly. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game. He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his...
Deep shot for the end zone. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air, it's Hurley. It's complete to the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you?
The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Off play action. He's moving out of the pocket. And he slides after picking up the first down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
And I think everybody holds their breath when that QB is back to throw, and he's right near the goal line. You never know if it's truly a safety, but he just gets out of the end zone and avoids the safety.
Arizona runs out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Past the 30. Nothing but green ahead. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl 8. They're up by 7 over FIU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Jones wants to throw it. Trying to get to it. Working that left side now. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And as a defense, that's why you want to avoid 3rd and short moving forward. It's really hard to defend that slant. That's a bang-bang play. The offense knows they can execute in their sleep. Defense will have to do better early in the drive moving forward.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. He'll start this drive firing. Going deep. And it's caught inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll go to the counter play. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Jones to throw. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Offense working from the pistol. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning this one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. They're setting up the screen. Shakes off the defender. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. using the quick game. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
You know, in a third and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it sets up fourth down.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense, this quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to you.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
Might as well give it to him again. Sliding off the defender. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Scanning the field, it's Hurley. He'll try to do it himself. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to run for it. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Hey, nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it right on his guy.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Back open in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They keep pushing forward. Now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They go to the counter. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
He makes a catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And I love the play design here. The ball is designed to come out of the quarterback's hands quickly. He finds his big-time target for the touchdown.
And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Finds a crease at the 20. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted it.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Nebraska was able to come away with the win, as they have so many times there in Lincoln, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
He's right on target. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They want to just keep throwing it. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget. And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Backed up in their own end. Just find some breathing room. And the ball is picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that. But they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route and hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got
looking deep. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Jones to throw. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Offense set on first down. On the run, it's Dixon. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.